What is going on, everybody? We are back again with another video. Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. First day of war news today. Really wasn't anything crazy. Just a pretty textbook expansion day. Just expanded and open. Started drawing towards buy side. There really wasn't a whole lot going on. We open was explosive, and then momentum kind of died off for the rest of the session. I honestly thought it was going to be a no trade session. It ended up not being a no trade session, but I was totally fine with it being one. So I ended up locking up 542 on each of these evals, so that puts me just like a day away from passing, maybe 2 days. Hopefully just one. But without further ado, we will go ahead and get into the trade. Now, like I said, the trade that I took. But now, like I said, this was a very textbook like expansion day. There really wasn't a whole lot going on. So the recap itself is going to be very short. I mean, we can skip this whole 9:30 to whatever time this was, 9:35. So the first 5 minutes of open genuinely were just explosive. Now, I expected price to head lower. I did not think that we were going to pump higher. And when we were pumping higher, I thought we were going to get matched or met with a very immediate retracement. I thought it was just going to be the 930 Judas. We were going to pump, and then we were just going to dump ultimately on the day. The sell side looked good. We already tapped into the NWOG a little bit above CE. Started rolling off lower, but we did have this SMT here. So I noted the SMT, and I said coming into 930 open, we already have the SMT at major sell side. So I could expect a small move higher. I didn't expect this by any means. I was really borderline married to my bias short today, like down to these lows coming into open. But so I didn't expect this move up. I did note, however, that we do have these, we have picture perfect equal highs on NQ in this 4 hour. Now, not only did we leave the equal highs, but we also left the 4 hour. So I did tell myself, like, kind of long term for the week, like that can be my condition. If we do start getting bullish momentum, at least the first half of the week, that these equal highs could be a good target. But if not, I am going to be absolutely watching the sell side down here. So getting into the trade itself, obviously 9:30 we just open and we immediately rip higher, back up into the new week opening gap. And at this point, because we just expanded so high above buy side in here in our little internal dealing range for open, I went ahead and I marked out the internal buy side inside of the new week opening gap. And this is honestly where my eyes were at up until we swept it. So we had opened up, we came up, we edged buy side. We did have the SMT here with ES, but this draw was so obvious, I didn't really pay any attention to the SMT. So I was looking for any long entry that I could have gotten up to buy side. We opened up this 5 minute on NQ that I was waiting for. We never ended up tapping it. We just kind of kept ping-ponging back and forth, ping-ponging back and forth. So this long, no entry there because we edged the 5 minute. This, no entry there because we edged the 5 minute. This, we tapped the 15 minute. So that was weird. Right here you can see that, so this, what time is it here? This is 10 a.m. So 10 a.m., so this closure right here, this just went ahead and opened up the 15-minute gap. So you can see price wicks into the 15-minute gap. And then this is when I start looking for an entry, but I told myself I want to see this low get swept before I take the long. Just because having a low inside of a 5-minute gap, yes, we tapped the 15, but in my head, it didn't really make sense that we would go off of the 15, but we wouldn't just go down the extra few points, stop out all these longs, and then go. It didn't really make sense. I didn't like my stop loss being here with this low right here in the 5-minute, the unmitigated 5-minute. So I ended up fading this. I didn't take it. There was a 30-second entry, but it wasn't good. I mean, it TP for 25 points and stop for 35 at minimum. Like, you could have barely gotten a 1-1 on that. I'm sure you could have, but so no longs there. So at this point, there's not really a whole lot going on. We're still sideways. So I just tell myself, we're either going to keep expanding, we're going to go sideways, or we're going to fill this gap, and then we're going to get this move down to sell side in this 5-minute, because my eyes were still on that unmitigated 5-minute. So once we sweep out the buy side, start trading higher, fill the new week opening gap, I pretty much immediately just, and this isn't something that I typically encourage, but I just took the first inversion that I could. We had been generating all of this, like all this low resistance, all this trend line, all of these lows that had just been building up, just slanted lows, low resistance, just clusters of lows, whatever it may be. We were just generating on the way up to fill the gap. So the second that we inverse this 30-second gap, the second we actually get that inversion, I went ahead and entered. I didn't want to enter all the way down here on close, so I just waited for a little pullback. I got filled like somewhere around right here. So went ahead, got filled. I was planning to go break even at this little internal leg low. Now, looking back on it, I don't think I needed to go break even here. The only reason that I did is because this looked like on the 30-second, this looked like a low that was prominent enough to give a reaction off of. So looking back, I don't think I needed to go break even on it just because it wasn't in a key level, but I did. I went ahead, I went break even. Luckily, it was followed with a lot of displacement, so I felt very comfortable being break even while price was all the way down here. And then I was just targeting the 5-minute. I know a lot of people took this. There were probably a lot of people that were trying to drag TPs down here, maybe here, the fill of this gap, whatever it may be. I really, like, on a day that's so bullish like this, so clearly bullish, and I'm not really looking for a short, I'm just looking for a pullback to continue higher. There's no reason that I'm going to try and swing for something all the way down here when I know that price can very well deliver off of a 5-minute gap. So I went ahead and I just took full TP at the 5-minute, or almost full TP, and then I got my my other two runners were stopped out at break even. I honestly, I'm gonna be entirely honest. I didn't really have a plan where I was gonna take the runners. I was looking at this low right here. I was looking at this low. I was looking at sell side. I have no issue admitting that. I didn't really have a plan as to what I wanted to do with my runners, but I definitely thought that there was a chance that we could go. So if we are, why not open myself up to it? But I got myself, my goal today was to get myself into a point to where I am within proximity of passing these evals within one day, and that's exactly what came out of today. Pretty simple trade. It was really just a new week opening gap, fill, 30-second inversion, break even at the manipulation leg lows, and then TP at the 5-minute. That's all it was. It was genuinely a super easy trade, super easy short, super easy session. Really, just kind of one of those sessions that nothing looked good until this looked good. Took it, got off, went about the rest of my morning. So that's pretty much the trade. I'll leave you guys with that. Hopefully we get some good PA tomorrow. Hopefully it's a little cleaner than the latter half of today's, and hopefully the evals get done tomorrow. Hopefully they get done this week. Whenever it is, it is. So I will leave y'all with that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.